Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Devvon, and welcome to another Help Me Devvon tutorial. And today, in this Help Me Devvon tutorial, I'm going to show you something that I hope you will stop doing when it comes to your reverb. And if you didn't know about this, then this is going to be a great technique to help you avoid this mistake that's probably causing other mistakes that you never even realize. Let's get to it. Okay, so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bypass this mistake back and forth along with a correction. And I want you to listen to what the vocals and just what the overall mix sounds like. So this is with the mistake first that a lot of people make, and then I'll go to the correct setting back and forth. So with the bad setting first.
You wanna hit the Maldives, me already got the room and it come with 2 keys. All you gotta do is pack a bag and flee. I just wanna put a couple stamps in your passport. I can get your angles in Anguilla, lost in Ibiza. Looking for this girl, have you seen her? It could be us in these vibes, baby, bring your camera, cause I'm trying to make it last. I can help, tell me when you wanna dip, yeah, make it last. I can help, tell me when you wanna dip, cause baby, you.
So what you notice are a bunch of things. When that reverb mistake is in, you notice that there is a lack of fidelity and separation with your sound. You notice that your stereo image feels less focused and it kind of feels extremely washed and hard to focus on. And there's just 2 small knobs that I'm going to show you to help you fix this issue that a lot of people are running into. Now, granted, you could be facing this issue on a minimal standpoint as far as not having so much reverb, but I'm going to show you just 1 or 2 moves that you can do to basically clean up that reverb and tighten it up so that it's not interfering with the fidelity of your music, not interfering with the sound stage so much, but improving upon it, and just not feeling so washed out and messing up that sound that you want as far as the separation to understand where things are placed. Please make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. It would help me so much. Let's get on with it. Okay, so basically what I'm going to show you is 2 things that a lot of people are not probably paying attention to so much that it would help you so much to improve the fidelity of your vocal sounds or whatever you're putting reverb on. A lot of people are not paying attention to 2 things. One is the decay time, which is right here. I have it at 2.72, which is causing an issue for me. And another is the pre-delay sound. Now, let me identify what this is versus the other. One of the best ways I could do it is, let's listen to the lead vocal by itself now, this time, with the mistake or with the bad setting, and then once with the correct setting. So I'm going to bypass it back and forth. Listen to the difference between them, and then we'll break it down with the bad setting first.
Do you wanna hit the Maldives? Me already got the room and it come with 2 keys. All you gotta do is pack a bag and flee. I just wanna put a couple stamps in your passport. I can get your angles in Anguilla, lost in Ibiza. Looking for this girl, have you seen her? It could be us in these vibes, baby, bring your camera, cause I'm trying to.
So the difference between those 2, I didn't change the volume of the send going to that reverb. All I did was change the parameters within the reverb. I didn't change any volume or anything of that nature. But one has way more clarity than the other, yet giving you an effect of reverb. And it's just 2 particular settings that will help you gain that clarity and maintain the essence of what you have in that vocal sound or whatever your sound source is, so that when it fits in your mix, you're not muddying it up and destroying your sound stage and destroying your clarity and your definition and all of those types of things, especially your separation. Cool. So basically, what we're going to do is this. I'm going to explain to you what the decay does first, and then I'll explain what the pre-delay does. This decay right here is basically asking you, how long do you want this reverb to last? How long do you want me to dissipate? So basically, when I first engage, rah, 1, 2, 3, that's a lot of time if you really think about it. It's almost 3 seconds that we have the decay set to. And what's really happening is you're getting this buildup of reverb because when that last line ends, the next one may be starting, but the last line still has reverb tail or decay still going. Now you're creating these resonances in your sound that are building on top of each other and destroying those moments of your dynamics where things get quiet and things come back in. And this is really important. And this is a powerful way to keep it tight within your mix. So basically, you can come right over here to this particular one. And I brought it down to a place where I felt like when one line ended, the next one wasn't being interfered with so much. So check this out. We're at 2.7.2. Let me just bring it down to the left, meaning I'm bringing down my decay until I feel like it's out of the way of the next line when I take breaks in between.
Do you wanna hit the Maldives? Me, already got the room and it come with 2 keys. All you gotta do is pack a bag and flee. I just wanna put a couple stamps in your passport. I can get your angles in Anguilla, lost in Ibiza. Looking for this girl, have you seen her? It could be us in these vibes, baby, bring your camera, cause I'm tryna.
And you hear it dissipate and decay a lot shorter as opposed to the almost 3 second or 2.7 second reverb as far as the decay or the reverb time. Now, I do want to make this clear. When it comes to some songs, big ballads or things of that nature, this can be a desired effect where you want things to hang. But say, for instance, you were just looking for moments of those big tails, you can automate that type of stuff in as opposed to just leaving it on for the totality of your song. It's also a very powerful trick. Now with us shortening our reverb time and our decay, what we're doing is we're getting a sound that, yes, we get reverb, but it's not interfering with the next line, and building up and creating all this resonance in our actual mix in order for us to lack separation and fidelity in our sound. Next thing I'm going to show you is one of the other ones that is very important, and that is pre-delay. Check this out. So basically, if we go right down here, we have the pre-delay knob. And with the pre-delay knob, all this means is, hey, before you actually bring that reverb on top of my vocal sound or whatever my sound source is, what I want you to do is give me a second or 2 seconds or 8 milliseconds or 12 milliseconds. Give me some time to live with that dry signal first before I hear you. What that's doing is it's allowing for that initial sound of your vocal or whatever the sound source is to cut through, which should be pretty clear and pretty open and pretty tight as far as no effects on it, and then the effect comes after. So you're getting that initial sound to cut through, but then the tail is, or the pre-delay is set where it's attacking the vocal or giving it the effect a little later. And what this is going to do is this is going to help that sound source that you have to cut through as you have mixed it, EQ'd it in the whole nine, and not interfere so much with the initial sound of the vocal, allowing it to cut through a little bit before any effect is laid. And this has an amazing sound, which now allows you to feel the vocal cut through nice and clear before there's any effect applied. So let's check this out, for example. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have the pre-delay at 0, meaning, hey, as soon as you hear or see this audio signal, I want you to jump on it immediately, put the reverb on it immediately. When I move it to the right, this is basically saying, hey, slow down, give me some time, give me some time, give me some time. Wow, you gave me a lot of time. Okay, so let's start with give me no time, and let's go to give me all the time in the world. So let's start at 0.
Do you wanna hit the Maldives? Me, already got the room and it come with 2 keys. All you gotta do is pack a bag and flee. I just wanna put a couple stamps in your passport. I can get your angles in Anguilla, lost in Ibiza. Looking for this girl, have you seen her? It could be us in these vibes, baby, bring your camera, cause I'm tryna.
So you notice that when I have a slower pre-delay time, that the vocal cuts through more. You notice that it feels like there's more clarity on the vocal, yet I still hear a reverb. As opposed to when I have it at 0, obvious, you feel like it's losing some of that fidelity and that clarity because the vocal, the reverb is jumping right on top of it immediately. Now, if you're saying to yourself, well, how would I know, or what's a good way for me to apply pre-delay if I really don't know what number I should go for? So if you don't have the most trained ear or you're still learning, what I like to do is, and why I like the Fat Filter reverb so much, and a lot of other reverbs have this, is I like to do it according to these notes right here. And if I set this right here, or if I set it to a 16th note, basically this is setting the pre-delay to the actual time of the song and giving me the quarter note or the 16th note of where it is before it's being affected. Now, just so I don't confuse you, I'll be honest with you. I typically like to go for the 16th or the 32 when it comes to that. And basically, when I put this on, this is making it further away, and it just feels a little bit better. It's giving me a little bit of that initial sound, but also then giving me that sound of the reverb after. Use your ears with this type of stuff, but also just realize that all I'm doing is, typically with the notes or with just the pre-delay with milliseconds, is I'm just backing it off saying wait. Just wait, 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 wait. That's all I'm doing as I'm moving to that direction. So when I have it on this setting, this is pretty much the end product that I get without first.
Do you wanna hit the Maldives? Me, already got the room and it come with 2 keys. All you gotta do is pack a bag and flee. I just wanna put a couple stamps in your passport. I can get your angles in Anguilla, lost in Ibiza. Looking for this girl, have you seen her?
The great thing about that is you hear that initial vocal, and it feels like the initial vocal is like, leave me alone. And I just want you to add a little bit more behind here to kind of push me in a place that makes me feel like I'm bigger and more open sounding with the reverb. Now, granted, I put a lot of reverb on this vocal sound in order to exaggerate for purposes of this video, so you can hear it clear as day. But I really hope that was helpful. And those are the 2 things I want you to pay attention to from here on out when you're messing with your reverbs, is the fidelity, that separation. And you're going to accomplish that and get a better sound out of that reverb if you're controlling and watching out for that decay time or reverb time, as well as that pre-delay to give you some clarity before you start applying or that effect is applied. So I hope that was helpful. Please make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Also, make sure you follow us at Help Me Devvon on Instagram. Also, please make sure that you go to helpmedevvon.com to get our HMD Rosetta EQ. That would help a lot. And also make sure you listen to the My Audio Nerds podcast every single Wednesday on this channel. Also, I want you guys to follow our Discord community with a bunch of inspired engineers like yourself. Everything will be in the link in the bio or description below. I hope that was helpful. And until next time, you guys.